Want your meals to taste fresher straight from your kitchen? This video reveals how 9 everyday foods can keep their bright, vibrant flavors when you prepare them at home. From warm, homemade bread to sauces, soups, and dressings crafted with fresh ingredients, homemade prep lets you control quality and freshness. We'll show how fresh herbs, garden vegetables, ground spices, nut butters, and freshly squeezed juices elevate every bite. Get ready to taste the difference that comes with cooking from scratch. 1. Homemade bread delivers unmatched freshness. There's nothing quite like the smell of freshly baked bread wafting through your kitchen. Homemade bread is fresher and more flavorful than store-bought bread, which often sits on shelves for days or even weeks before being purchased. When you make bread from scratch, you're eating it at its absolute peak freshness, usually within hours of baking. Fresh bread not only tastes better but also retains more of its nutritional value. Store-bought varieties often contain preservatives and additives that mask the natural wheat flavors. Homemade bread contains no chemicals, artificial additives, preservatives, or enzymes. These are often used in store-bought bread to make them stay fresher for longer and enhance the taste. Industrial bread was lower in saturated fat compared to the other two groups, but contained more sugar than homemade bread. The texture differences are remarkable too. The truth is, if stored properly, homemade bread can stay fresh at room temperature for about 2 to 5 days. 2. Pizza sauce shines with raw tomato brightness. Most homemade pizza sauces blow their jarred counterparts out of the water because they're designed to be fresh and uncooked. Quite simply, pizza sauce has a lot fresher, more raw taste than pasta sauce. This is because pizza sauce is barely cooked, sometimes not cooked at all, whereas pasta sauce is slow simmered for hours to develop richness. The essence of pizza sauce is its freshness, achieved by foregoing the cooking process, allowing the dynamic flavors of the tomatoes to stand front and center. The preparation of pizza sauce is a delicate balance, aiming to preserve the raw, tangy profile of the tomatoes while integrating the aromatic herbs. This creates what many describe as a cleaner, brighter flavor profile. I could be biased, but I think this homemade pizza sauce is better than store-bought. It's thick and flavorful, seasoned with fresh garlic and dried herbs. The difference becomes especially noticeable when you compare it side by side with commercial versions that often taste overly processed or artificial. 3. Garden fresh vegetables beat store varieties every time. When you pick vegetables from your garden or prepare them immediately after purchasing from a farmer's market, you're experiencing flavors that simply can't be replicated in mass-produced alternatives. Vegetables start losing their nutritional value and fresh taste the moment they're harvested, so the shorter the time between harvest and plate, the better. Store-bought vegetables often travel hundreds or thousands of miles, sitting in trucks, warehouses, and grocery store displays for days or weeks. During this time, they lose moisture, develop off flavors, and their cellular structure breaks down. Home-prepared vegetables, especially those you grow yourself, maintain their crisp texture and vibrant flavors. The difference is particularly noticeable in leafy greens like lettuce, spinach, and herbs. These delicate vegetables are especially susceptible to flavor degradation during transport and storage. When you prepare salads with freshly picked greens, the difference in taste and texture is immediately apparent. They're more tender, less bitter, and have a cleaner, more pronounced flavor. 4. Homemade pasta sauce bursts with authentic flavor. Pasta sauce, in contrast, is a testament to culinary diversity and complexity. Unlike its pizza counterpart, pasta sauce is a more elaborate creation, often starting with a base of olive oil in which garlic and onions are sautéed to golden perfection. As tomatoes, be it in the form of fresh, canned, or tomato paste, are then introduced to the mix. The sauce may also be enriched with a variety of meats, from ground beef to Italian sausage, and even a medley of vegetables, each adding layers of depth and flavor. The cooking process plays a pivotal role in the development of pasta sauce, allowing the flavors to intertwine and mature. A slow simmer ensures that the ingredients meld harmoniously, creating a sauce that's not only thicker but also more nuanced in taste compared to pizza sauce. This careful development process is impossible to achieve in mass-produced jarred sauces. The fresh, Tomatoey flavor was the only thing I tasted here. No over-the-top herbs, and the sweetness, acidity, and salt levels were all expertly balanced. When you make pasta sauce at home, you can adjust these elements to your personal taste preferences, something that's lost in commercial production. 5. Fresh herbs transform any dish. The aromatic compounds in fresh herbs are incredibly volatile and dissipate rapidly after harvesting. Dried herbs, while convenient, simply cannot match the intensity and complexity of their fresh counterparts. When you grow herbs at home or use them immediately after purchase, you capture these essential oils at their peak potency. Fresh herbs add a vibrant, aromatic quality that elevates the sauce from good to great. Whether it's basil in your tomato sauce, cilantro in your salsa, or thyme in your roasted vegetables, fresh herbs provide layers of flavor that dried versions can only hint at. The difference is so pronounced that many dishes taste completely different when made with fresh versus dried herbs. Liven up a jar of spaghetti sauce with fresh herbs. Add basil, thyme or oregano when the sauce is almost heated through, or use the herbs as a garnish for the plated dish. Even adding fresh herbs to store-bought products can dramatically improve their taste, but nothing beats incorporating them into homemade preparations from the start. 6. Homemade salad dressings deliver pure flavor. Commercial salad dressings are loaded with preservatives, stabilizers, and artificial flavors that mask the natural taste of quality ingredients. When you make dressing at home, you can use the best olive oil, real vinegar, and fresh ingredients without any additives. The result is a clean, bright flavor that actually enhances your salad rather than overwhelming it. Store-bought dressings often contain high-fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, and emulsifiers that give them an overly thick, artificial texture. Homemade versions have a more natural consistency and allow individual flavors to shine through. You can taste the peppery notes in good olive oil, the tang of real vinegar, and the sharpness of fresh garlic. The freshness factor is crucial with salad dressings because the ingredients are typically consumed raw. Unlike cooked dishes where heat can mask off flavors, raw preparations showcase every ingredient clearly. This means that using fresh, high-quality components in homemade dressings results in exponentially better taste compared to their shelf-stable counterparts. 7. Soup made from scratch offers unmatched depth. When you make soup at home, you control every element from the quality of the broth to the freshness of the vegetables. Store-bought soups, even premium varieties, often have a flat, one-dimensional taste because they're designed for shelf stability rather than optimal flavor. The high heat processing required for canning destroys many delicate flavor compounds. Homemade soups benefit from the gradual layering of flavors as ingredients are added at different stages of cooking. You can sauté aromatics until they're perfectly caramelized, add vegetables at the right time to maintain their texture, and season throughout the process. This technique creates complexity that simply cannot be achieved in mass production. The difference is especially noticeable in broth-based soups where the quality of the stock makes or breaks the dish. Homemade stocks from real bones or vegetables have a richness and body that artificial flavors and MSG can't replicate. Even something as simple as chicken noodle soup tastes completely different when made with homemade stock versus store-bought versions. 8. Freshly ground spices pack incredible punch. Pre-ground spices sitting on grocery store shelves have likely lost most of their potency by the time they reach your kitchen. The essential oils that give spices their flavor and aroma are released when they're ground, and these compounds evaporate rapidly when exposed to air and light. Grinding spices at home just before use captures these volatile oils at their peak. The difference between freshly ground black pepper and pre-ground pepper is so dramatic that they barely taste like the same spice. Fresh pepper has sharp, complex heat with floral and woody notes, while pre-ground versions taste dusty and one-dimensional. This principle applies to all spices. Cumin, coriander, cardamom, and others all benefit enormously from fresh grinding. Whole spices also maintain their potency much longer than ground versions. While ground spices start losing flavor within months, whole spices can maintain their quality for years when stored properly. This means you can buy high-quality whole spices in bulk and grind small amounts as needed, ensuring every dish benefits from maximum flavor impact. 9. Homemade nut butters taste like the real thing. Commercial nut butters are often loaded with added sugars, stabilizers, and preservatives that mask the natural nutty flavors. When you make nut butter at home, you taste the pure, concentrated essence of the nuts without any additives. The texture is also superior, creamy and rich rather than artificially smooth or overly thick. Store-bought versions often use lower quality nuts or mix in cheaper oils to reduce costs. Home preparation allows you to select premium nuts and control the roasting process, which dramatically affects the final flavor. Lightly roasted nuts produce a milder butter, while darker roasting creates deeper, more complex flavors. The freshness factor is crucial because nuts contain oils that can go rancid over time. Commercial nut butters may sit on shelves for months before purchase, and the nuts used may have been stored even longer before processing. Making small batches at home ensures you're always eating nut butter at its peak freshness when the oils are still sweet and the flavors are vibrant. 10. Freshly squeezed juices burst with vitality. Milk and fresh juices could soon taste better and stay fresh longer, thanks to a breakthrough pasteurization method developed at the University of Georgia. This research highlights how processing affects the taste of juices. Right now, the process of heating changes the flavor of juices and milk. The result is a cooked flavor that many people can detect. When you juice fruits and vegetables at home, you avoid this heat processing entirely, resulting in flavors that are bright, clean, and true to the original fruit. Store-bought juices, even those labeled as fresh, have typically been pasteurized and may contain added sugars, artificial flavors, or preservatives that alter the taste. The nutritional benefits of fresh juice are also superior because many vitamins and enzymes are destroyed during commercial processing and storage. Freshly squeezed juice retains these beneficial compounds, and you can taste the difference in the form of more vibrant, complex flavors. Orange juice is a perfect example. Fresh squeezed has bright citrus notes and natural sweetness that's completely different from the flat, artificial taste of many commercial varieties. Looking at these 9 foods, it becomes clear that freshness isn't just about nutrition, it's about experiencing flavors the way they were meant to be tasted. When you prepare foods at home using quality ingredients, you're not just saving money or eating healthier, you're treating your taste buds to an entirely different level of culinary experience. The difference between fresh and processed becomes so obvious that going back to store-bought versions feels like settling for a pale imitation of the real thing.